welcome back. So I'm just gonna get ready for work. I think all but one person is coming into the office today, so that'll be interesting. Kind of like regular old normal where people were coming in. I just put on the Nomad Air face cream as well as their lip balm, and just to give me some moisture since I was like in the car and blah blah blah. Anyway, let me update you on all the things that are going on. So I am going to use the under eye brightening corrector from Becca and Smashbox. Just going to use this as an eyeshadow primer, and the eyeshadow I brought with me today is the mini Glam and the mini Sunset from NATASHA DENONA. And I'm just gonna put this on, and I'm probably gonna use the mini Glam. I feel like it goes with my romper that I've got on today. If I remember, if anyone cares, I can link it. I think it's from Ashley Stewart. Anyway, so what are the updates? I'm going to go into the mattes, this one and this one. Let's use those and see what happens. Okay, the most significant update is that my medication was delivered. It was delivered Thursday of last week. Wait, hold on, I need a second. Okay, so it was delivered Thursday of last week. I feel like I was waiting all day. I think I had like one client, but I was waiting all day with like bated breath. So the thing, like was it UPS or FedEx, whatever it was, the alert was saying that it was gonna be there by 7 p.m. So I'm waiting. 7 o'clock comes and goes. And at like 8:03, I see the UPS guy pull up, and I ran to the door. And I was like, oh, thank God, y'all, because I was convinced it's not gonna come. As soon as it hit 7:01, I was like, well, yep, not going to arrive. So I was really, really happy when it did. I think a couple of people commented like, I hope it comes today. And I was able to tell you, it just got here. I was so excited, like I literally started crying because I was just like 4 months later and all of this trial and tribulation, and it's finally here. Started tearing up. And I think I was texting Tracy at the moment, and yeah, it was just I can't even tell you how much of a relief it was. So I took everything. I was like literally delivered in like a box, and I read all of the instructions. You know, it's always like, read before using or before taking. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna read everything. Read everything, but I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna have any sort of reaction to it. So that was Thursday. I was like, I'm going to probably take it on Saturday or Sunday. So if I have some sort of immediate reaction, like it's not like I have to go to work or something, so that'll be good. But Friday, so the next day, I was sort of feeling a flare coming on. If you don't know, I have an auto-inflammatory thing. And so how do you explain it? It's almost like in certain areas of my body, I start to feel like, almost like needle pin pricks a little bit. Because a full-on flare feels like someone has taken a needle and made it red hot and like sliced it across my skin. So I was like, do I want to wait until Saturday or Sunday, or do I just want to like take it and see if that does anything? and I'm gonna probably try to use all of the shimmers. So I think I text like Jessa and messaged Erica and Jan. I don't remember who else. I think maybe Tracy. I was just telling people like, I think I'm just gonna take it because I can feel stuff coming on. And so I went ahead and took it on Friday. And I was like, you know, if I can't go to Pilates in the morning, then I'm just gonna have to be fine with that. So the next morning I wake up Saturday, and I don't know if it was a placebo effect, but when I tell you, I felt such a sense of relief. Just like, I don't even know, like it just, I don't even know. Like, I don't know. Like, it's not like it's going to make the flares go away completely, you know, if it works, but it's gonna make them more manageable, and I'll take that. I will take that, because initially I of course had been looking up all of the side effects that people had, and some people were like, this sucks, this doesn't help at all, it made things worse, and blah blah blah. And so I was terrified. Like the day before I took it, and like I was talking to Erica and Jan about it, and then I like reflected on the pain and like pictures I had taken of myself during painful moments, and I was like, okay, yeah, I just got to go ahead and take it, because I like, if something happens, I'll just have to deal with it. Yeah. So Saturday, I go to Pilates, and I like walk in and I'm smiling, I feel good, and people were like, you look better. Just like, you know, because I had been going through it the past few weeks, and people were just like, you look like you're feeling better. And I tend to be the person that is snarky and quippy and witty during class. Like, I'll just, you know, be complaining to the teachers about things. And the teacher was like, you know, I missed your like banter. And I was like, don't even trip, girl, it's coming back. So I was able to be my typical self. And the teacher was like, okay, it's not as much as usual. And I was like, don't even trip, okay? See you Tuesday, I'm gonna be ready. So just being able to like do that, I can't even explain. I like, still, I don't know if it was a placebo effect. I don't care. So there's a certain regimen that I have to do to, you know, build up my immune system or whatevs. So I'm just like praying that, you know, we won't really know for a couple of months whether or not it's going to be helpful at all. Which I had hoped that I would be able to start it earlier in the year. Obviously that didn't happen for several reasons, and I wanted to start it early for several reasons, and I'll tell you about one of those at least now, and the other one is later in the year. But my brother and I are going on vacation together. So last year my brother went on his first cruise, and he had like so much fun, and for some reason, like I was the one he called to like he called me through like Facebook Messenger or something, and he wanted to make sure that my mom especially knew that he was okay. And so after that, he was like, he had so much fun and that he was gonna go again next year. And I was like, well, I wanna go. Yeah, at first I kind of like jokingly said it, and he was like, oh, for real? And I was like, well, yeah. And so basically last summer, we started planning for me to go with him, and this summer I'm going with him. It's like right before my birthday at the end of July. And first of all, I haven't had a real vacation in a really long time. Like a lot of my vacations are like going to see my family and things like that. And to me, that's not really a vacation. It's me going home. You know what I mean? So I'm excited. I'm excited. First of all, my brother and I have never been on like a vacation together, just the two of us. So I think that's gonna be interesting and probably really fun. And initially, this is the blurring balm from Danessa Myricks. Initially, we were going to share a room, which is fine. When we were younger, my brother and I shared a room. We had bunk beds. So I'm like, I'm used to it. I know what it's like to you know, stay in a room with him. I know what it's like with all his, you know, the gross things that brothers do. And I was like, cool. But the thing is, it's so weird. We were doing like payments on the trip. It's not like either of us had money to be like, okay, let's just pay the whole thing. But I think we overestimated somehow. And so if we just took a little bit of that overestimation, we could have 2 rooms. So I called and we got 2 rooms instead of 1. He has the nicer one, which is fine. Or he has the one with the porthole, whatever, which is fine. And I was like, we both were like, this is so much better. Because we just have different personalities. Everyone, when like I was younger, everyone used to be like, you guys are related. I think I'm gonna stick with Danessa Myricks and go in with this Colorfix Nude in the shade 9. So I don't want anything like super heavy. So I'm just gonna put it on and then I'll blend it out. Yeah, because my brother is going to be like partying, and not that I'm not going to, but I just, you know, I'm the kind of person that needs to not be around people sometimes. And he's just gonna be having a good old time. I don't know who he gonna be having back in the room or anything, so much better. You know, and we made sure that I'm at the same dinner time as him. Just different things. So I think we're both really excited. He actually, I think, has gone on vacation more than I. But I'm really excited to just have a vacation. Because I feel like I haven't had a real one in a while. I can't even really tell you the last time. And typically I'm like, no, I'm not gonna go. I could use this money for such and such or whatever, but I feel like I've learned that I deny myself those things a lot of times. Rightfully so. In some ways, like, stuff is expensive. I don't have as many people coming in since it's the summer, and people seem to be happier in the summer, but also the world is a mess. You know, with the unusual states of America and a lot of other things. But thankfully, we had been planning for a while, so I had already been like trying to set money aside as much as I could. So I don't know, I think it's gonna be exciting, and I'm already starting to figure out what I'm gonna take. Yeah, I'm the one like, it's always been like when something's coming up and we're giving a card or something, I would always put my brother on it. So I'm getting things and trying to make sure that like I have one for him and, you know, one for me, because I know he's just gonna show up. Yeah, so I think it's gonna be a lot of fun, especially it's gonna be, I think we get back like a day or 2 or 3 before my birthday. So essentially this is my birthday trip. At least that's how I'm looking at it. And I haven't been on a cruise since 2018, right? Yeah, I think so, since 2018, and that was a Star Trek cruise, and that was really fun. So, gosh, have I had a real vacation since then? Maybe when Tracy and I went to New York. Yeah, but I'm excited. I think we're gonna have fun. I hope. Like, my brother and I get along really well, and even more so, I think the past like 2 years we've gotten even closer. This is the, what are these called? Matchsticks from Fenty. I'm using this one in the shade Suede, just as a way to highlight a little bit some of my dark areas. So yeah, I am trying to remember what I need for the cruise, what I want to take. So I've been getting a couple things, and yeah, I'm excited. Cause the end of the year is probably gonna be busy in other ways with just stuff I have going on. So I'm glad I'm getting a trip in before that. I won't be able to make it to Kelly Clarkson this year. She's gonna be in Vegas again. But one, I ain't got the money. Cause I could have tried to go, but you know, I can't afford to see you, Kelly. Maybe in your next residency. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and kind of wrap everything up, put on some lipstick. I think it's just gonna be a simple kind of day with this. I feel like I like it. I'm like, you know, don't have anything heavy on, and I think everything is looking good so far as I can see. So I will be right back. So here's the finished look. I feel like it's something simple, not too much for the warmer weather. I'm debating wearing my hair like this for the cruise, or getting some, like doing some braids or having someone else do them. I don't know. I don't want to have a whole bunch of hair, but I also want to look cute. You know? So I don't know. Anyways, I just wanted to give you an update on things, and I'm hoping, fingers crossed, legs crossed, boobs crossed, everything crossed, that the meds are going to be helpful. I hope that some of this was helpful. And I also hope that you are continuing to take care of yourself. I would love it if you like the video by pushing the like button, and I would love it even more if you subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.